In today's lesson, we are going to be looking at the square of two-digit number. I will be showing you how to actually perform this kind of problem using two methods. We'll first of all look at the first method, which is method 1, and also later on we'll look at the second method. So let's start with the first method now. So we're given this question: what is the square of 23? Okay, it's actually very easy. So let's do this together. So we have 23 square. Okay, so if we're going to attempt this question, we're going to make use of this box you're seeing on the screen now. Okay, so the first step we need to take is take the last digit and square it. Take the last digit and square it. That's 3 square, and this will give us 9. Okay, in this scenario, this 9 is a single digit, so we're going to make this 9 look like a double digit by including 0 at the beginning. So we have 0, 9. Okay, you're doing a great job. So we're going to write it into the box. So write the 9 here and write the 0 here. Okay, good job. The second step, take the first digit and square it. Take the 2 is the first digit and square it. This will give 4. 2 squared 2 times 2, that is 4. So write the 4. 4 is a single digit, so we need to make it look like a two-digit number. So we add 0 at the beginning of the 4. Okay, so the next thing is put the 4 here and put the 0 here. Amazing, you're doing a fantastic job. So the third step we need to take is to take the first digit, multiply by the second digit, and finally multiply by 2. Okay, it means 2 is going to be multiplying first and second digit. So you have 2 is multiplying the first digit and the second digit. So 2 times 2, that is 4. 4 times 3, that is 12. So we have 12. Okay, for this 12 now, we are going to put it on the second row. And on the second row, it's not going to start here, it's going to start from here. Okay, so the 12 that we have gotten now, we will write the 2 here and we will write the 1 here. Now we are almost at the final stage. The final stage is to add everything together. So we add it based on column. So 9 plus empty. The empty that is here means 0. 9 plus 0. That will give us 9. 0 plus 2. That will give us 2. 4 plus 1. That will give us 5. And 0 plus empty. Empty means 0. 0 plus 0. That's 0. So the answer we've gotten is 0529. 0529 is the same thing as 529. It means our final answer is 529. That's amazing, right? Okay, so let's look at the second example. We are to find the square of 46. So we have 46 square. Your first step is to square the last digit. So we have 6 square is the last digit. That is 6 times 6, and that will give us 36. So this 36 is two-digit number. So we're going to write the 6 here and we write the 3 here. Amazing, good job. So the second step, take the first digit and square it. So we have 4 square. That will give us 16. Great, 4 times 4, that's 16. So we write the 6 here and we write the 1 here. Okay, great one. And the third step we need to take, we multiply the first and the second digit, that's the first and the last digit, we multiply by 2. So we say 2 multiplied by first digit multiplied by the last digit. So 2 times 4, that is 8. 8 times 6, that is 48. Amazing. So the 48 that we have obtained now, we're going to write it on the second row. Second row, we're going to start from here, this box. We won't start from here. Okay, good. So for the 48, we're going to write the 8 here. And for the 4, we're going to write the 4 here. Yeah, we're almost done. So the next thing, which is the final stage, is to add these numbers together. So 6 plus empty. Empty means 0. That's 6 plus 0. That will give us 6. Then we have 3 plus 8. That gave us 11. 11 is a 2-digit number. So we're going to write down the last digit, which is 1. Then we transfer this 1 and we add it to the next addition stage. So that is 1 plus 6. That is 7. 7 plus 4. That is 11 again. So we write the 1. So since we got 11 there, we transfer this 1 and add it to the next stage. So we have 1 plus 1. That is 2. You've done a great job. So what we have now is 2116. 2116 is our answer to 46 square. You're doing a great job. Well done. Okay, let's look at how to find the square of 18. To find the square of 18, our first step, take the last digit and square it. The last digit is 8. So you have 8 square. 8 square simply means 8 multiplied by 8. And that will give us 64. 64 is a 2-digit number. So we can write it into this box directly. So write the 4 here and write the 6 here. Okay. Good. The next thing we need to do, which is the second step, take the first digit and square it. The first digit here is 1. So we have 1 square. 1 square simply means 1 times 1, and that will give us 1. So the 1 that is given here is a single digit. So we need to make it look like a 2-digit number. So what we do is to add 0 to the beginning. And so we have 0, 1. So put the 1 here and put the 0 here. Yeah, you're doing a great job. So the third step is to take the first and the last digit and multiply by 2. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're doing 2 is going to multiply the first digit and the last digit. Okay, so 2 times 1, that is 2. 2 times 8, that is 16. So 16 is 2 digits. So we can write it into our box. So we are not going to write it here. No, we start writing it from this place. So you put your 6 here from the 16, write the 6 from the 16, and write the 1 from the 16 here. That's amazing. That's a good job. So the next thing, which is the final stage, is to add everything together. So let's add the numbers together. 4 plus empty. Empty means 0. 4 plus 0, that will give us 4. Then 6 plus 6, that is 12. So since we got 12, we're going to write the 2 here. Then we transfer this 1 to the next stage of addition. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. And 0 plus empty is 0. So now what we have so far is 0, 3, 2, 4. And 0, 3, 2, 4 is the same thing as 3, 2, 4. So our final answer for 18 square is 324. Fantastic. You're doing a great job. Well done. Here is our last example using the first method. So we're going to look at the square of 98. So 98 square. As usual, we are going to start from the last digit. The last digit in 98 is 8. So we're going to square that 8 8 square. So 8 square means 8 times 8, and that will give us 64. 64 that we obtain is a 2-digit number, so we can write it into the box directly. So write your 4 here and write the 6 here. Okay, great job. The second step is to take the first digit. The first digit is 9. Square that 9. So we have 9 square, which will give us 9 times 9, and that's 81. So 81 is a 2-digit number, so we can write it into the box directly. Write the 1 here and write the 8 here. Okay, great job. We are done with the first row. So the third step we're going to do right now is to multiply the first and the second digit by 2. So we have 2 times, the first digit is 9 and the second digit is 8. So we're doing 2 times 9 times 8. And this 2 times 9 is 18. 18 times 8, this will give us 144. Okay, so if we're going to write this now, we'll start writing from the last digit. We are not going to write it here. We'll start from here. So put the 4 from the 144. Put the 4 here. That's the last digit in 144. Followed by the next digit, which is the 4. And followed by the 1. Okay? That's amazing. Good job. So, and finally, what we need to do now is to add all the numbers together. 4 plus empty, that is 4 plus 0, that will give us 4. Then 6 plus 4, that will give us 10. So we're going to write down the 0 and transfer this 1 to the next stage of addition. So 1 plus 1 plus 4, that will give us 6. Great. And the last, we have 8 plus 1, which will give us 9. So now our final answer for the square of 98 is 9604. My friend, you're doing an amazing job. Well done. I give kudos to you. Now let's look at the second method. So we're going to be looking at how to find the square of 17. So to use the second method, we have to draw 3 boxes, which will have 3 boxes right here. Okay? Our first step, take the last digit. The last digit is 7. Square that last digit. That means we have 7 square. Okay? Amazing. The second step, and that second step, we are going to do it in the middle box. The middle box, you are going to use 2 to multiply the first and the last digit. The first digit is 1 and the second digit is 7. You want to use 2 to multiply both digits. So that means you have 2 times 1 times 7. Okay? And the last step is to take the first digit. The first digit is 1. Square that 1. And so we have 1 square. Great. Now, firstly, let's write out the result of this squaring and the multiplication side. So the 7 square is going to give us 7 times 7, and that is 49. So let's write it out first. 49. And then 2 times 1 times 7, that will give us 14. And 1 square, that is 1 times 1, will give us 1. So this is not our final answer. So to get our final answer, we have the 49 and 14, which is actually double digit. We cannot write double digit down. So what we do is to write down the last digit of the 49. So we're going to write down the 9. Then we take this 4 and add it to this next stage. Take the 4, add it to 14. So 14 plus 4, that will give 18. 18 that is given is also a 2-digit number. So it means we are going to write the last digit, which is 8. Write the 8. Then transfer this 1, add it to the next stage. So that will be 1 plus 1. And that will give 2. Amazing. So it means our final answer to the square of 17 is 289, which is 289. Fantastic. That's a good job. Okay, so let's look at how to find the square of 23. Presented with 3 boxes, so all you need to do is to draw 3 boxes again, and then your first step, take the last digit, square it. So 3 square, that's all you need to do. Okay, and then your second step, you're going to multiply the first and the last digit, multiply both by 2. So you have 2 times first digit and the last digit. Okay, and your third step, take the first digit. The first digit is 2. Take it and square it. So that is 2 square. Okay, you're doing an amazing job. So the next thing, so let's start from the 3 square. 3 square means 3 times 3, and that is 9. So write the 9. Then the next one, we have 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3, that is 12. So write the 12. And then 2 square, that is 4. So write the 4. Okay, great. 9 is already in a single digit form, so we leave it as that. We write the 9. But for the 12 is in double digit form, so we cannot write it as double digit. So what we need to do is to write down the 2. So write the 2 and transfer this 1 to the next stage. You're going to add that 1 to the 4. 1 plus 4, and that will give 5. So we have 529. So our final answer for the square of 23 is 529. Great job. Let's look at the next example. We're going to be looking at the square of 35. So we have 35 square. So our first step is to take the last digit. The last digit here is 5. Square it. So you're going to write it in the last box. So 5 square. So the next step, the second step, you're going to multiply the first and the last digit by 2. So you have 2 is going to be multiplying the first digit and the last digit. And the third step, take the first digit and square it. So you are taking the 3 and you're squaring it. Okay, good job. So let's write out what we have now. 5 square will give us 25. And 2 times 3, that is 6. 6 times 5, that will give us 30. Then 3 square, that's 3 times 3, that will give us 9. Okay, next thing we need to do, the 25 and the 30, they are both in double digit form. We cannot write the answer like that. So what we need to do is to first of all start from the 25. Write down the last digit of the 25. So we have 5. Then take these 2 and add it to the 30. Okay, so 30 plus 2, that will give 32. So because we have obtained 32, which is also a double digit, we write the last digit of 32. And we transfer this 3 to the 9. So we add the 3 to the 9. So that is 3 plus 9. And that is going to give us 12. So since that is the last thing we're doing, we're going to write the 12 there. Amazing. So it means our final answer for the square of 35 is 1225. Okay, that's a great job. Well done. So let's look at the final example in this series. We're going to look at the square of 87. To get the square of 87, your first step is to take the last digit and square it. The last digit here is 7. Take the 7 and square it. Okay. Your second step, use 2 to multiply 8 and 7. That means 2 is going to multiply 8, is going to multiply 7. Great. That's amazing. And your third step is to take the first digit and square it. Your first digit is 8, so 8 square. Okay, so let's write out the result of this. 7 square is 7 times 7, that is 49. And then we have 2 times 8, which is 16. 16 times 7, that is 112. Okay, so for the 8 square, that's 8 times 8, which is 64. Okay, so what we're going to do is, we got 49, that's double digit. We cannot write it like that, so we write the last digit of 49. So we write 9, and we transfer the 4, we add it to the next stage. So now we are adding 4 to 112. So 112 plus 4, that will give 116. So for the 116, we're going to write down the last digit, which is 6. And then we take the 11 that is left. We add the 11 that is left, we add it to 64. Okay? So we have 64 plus 11, which will give us 75. And 75, since this is the last thing we're doing there, so we're going to write the 75 there. So it means our final answer for the square of 87 is 7569. That's 7,569. Amazing, you've done a good job. Well done. We have come to the end of this lesson. We do hope you enjoyed it. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends and family. And don't forget to check out our next lesson, where I show you how to perform the square of 3-digit number. It's going to be amazing. So see you in the next class.